Oh, hey, how's it going? It's Danny Picard. What a life this is. This is kind of interesting. Hmm. So, I've been on this mission for a little while to help the planet, to help the world. It's pretty daunting, huh? I remember when I was young, I was like, I'm gonna help save the world! And what's been the fascinating process of realizing the best way to do that is by loving myself. So, now follow me here. Everybody puts their energy outwards and outwards and outwards, and they get drained, and they get and then they get all filled with anxiety, and they get all depressed, and then in order to feel better, you go and drink a bunch of booze, and been there. But that just makes you feel hungover and worse than you already did, and then your body's getting sick and not feeling good, and it's just like, what, how are you gonna save the world doing that? What's interesting is that, many people with addictions and addictive behaviors are very energetically sensitive. So, but what's also beautiful is that people who are energetically sensitive are so much more high fine tuned to knowing what feels good and what does not. So we get this really, really, really easy way of going, okay, we know what feels good and blah, 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 blah. So we chase what feels good. So, pardon me. I was hanging out with my friend and her cats last night. Cats. Love them. But they have cat stuff that makes me snotty. But what's cool is that I'm trying to figure out how many more ways can I love myself. I want to, if I know that I have like slightly addictive tendencies, and I don't really like labeling things. But what if I actually realize what else feels good? And what feels good, what truly feels good, is when I am taken care of. Right here. Right here. Oftentimes, we want others to fill that need to be taken care of right here. But then when we do that, it actually creates this lack mentality that we don't have what we need. We don't have somebody to nurture us. We don't have somebody to support us. We don't have somebody to feed us emotionally. We don't have somebody to, we don't have. Again, creating stories. The subconscious mind goes into a story of you don't have, which is the same as lack. Let's talk about the word lack. I don't like it. I say poo-poo to you, lack. I don't want to feel like my life is lacking. I don't want to feel that I need to be surrounded by a million people in order to feel happy. It's nice. It's a great option. People are fantastic and a little trippy. I love it. But I don't want to feel lack. I don't want to feel like I need this in order to be happy. That puts my power outside of me, outside of here. That puts my power outside of myself. And then not only that, if you're focused on lack, law of attraction states that you're going to continue to attract lack. Or different situations are going to come into your life going, hey, that you're so good at telling stories. Here's some more lack. Here's some more validation of all the things that you know that you don't have. Interesting. So, one would think, how do we actually rise above that? How do we move into a state of abundance? And what's the most appropriate way to do that? Loving yourself. Self-love. You're going to hear me talk about it for the rest of my fucking life. Okay? You're going to hear me talking about it until you finally start going, oh. And one day, it's going to click. And it's okay if it doesn't. Because the journey along the way to find out how to love yourself more is precisely how we love ourselves more. Every problem, everything that you don't have, everything that bothers you is a lesson to teach you how to love yourself more. Love yourself more. How do we do that? How do you be in your heart more? How can you be in your heart more? And we're going through this spiritual awakening right now, okay? And it's all about moving out of the third dimensional egoic mindset, the fear-based realities, the linear mindset that we were programmed from past lives, different situations, all these different things. We're moving from here to whoop, into this fun space. And when you occupy your heart, like, negativity can't exist. When you are embodied, negativity can't exist. There's no, I mean, the meanings that we gave to things that created separation become unified. Part of me wanted to be like, Om Shanti, you know, but no, we don't need to. This coffee is really good. I'm spiritual and I drink coffee. I also do other weird stuff too. That's slightly not spiritual. Because I love myself fully and completely. I try to, I used to shame myself all the time. But when I shamed myself all the time and got mad at myself all the time, I would attract other situations that would validate that. And we're catching on. Ooh, this is fun. We're making progress. Cool. So, if we know these stories are what creates a reality, then we should think about what's the opposite. What can we do? Well, okay, first, let's chill out the mind. The mind, it likes to be active. It's used to being active. And that's cool. But what if the mind was actually a supportive tool for the heart? Ooh. That's kind of cool. It's like, you know, my heart is just this big old silly fun thing that gets to love. It has the opportunity to love. I got sad for a moment this morning when I woke up because there was something that I couldn't have. There was a bit of a friendship or something that it was like, I felt like it was going away and I couldn't have it. And then I immediately went into appreciation for the friendship and love that I was able to be a part of in that person's life. And that I could have, and that creation that occurred. And then I went, you know what, now I'm going to love myself some more now. I'm going to listen to what my heart needs. And what my heart needed was to be loved. What my heart wanted was to be loved by this other person. And that's okay. But it was a reflection of what I needed to do for myself. It was a tool, it was a mirror, it was an experience to teach me how to bring my awareness back into here. To sit with that feeling, to feel that feeling, and to analyze and devour the tasty deliciousness of that emotion. I used to hate emotions. But now I'm so good at paying attention to them that they're just here for a quick second. And they make me make weird fish noises like... So, I listened to a session that I made on the importance of self-love and loving yourself and really, really bringing the energy into your heart so much through forgiveness, through appreciation, through really expanding the light within your heart, allowing my heart to have permission to love all that it can in full capacity, as much as it can right now. So now my body is like buzzing. You can probably tell because I have like awesome clear energy. It's like all you know, and I just want to love more. I want to love more. I want to see how I can change the world by loving myself. How can I change the world? My goal here is to actually help change consciousness in a big way. I know that. Yes, it used to be daunting because I was doing all these things that was not allowing me to even step in the right direction of doing that. But now, I feel like I'm making really good progress. I'm loving myself so much that nothing's even bothering me anymore. I feel really amazing. I feel really calm. I feel so clear. There's not even thoughts going on through my head. It's just clarity. It's just ease and peace. I don't even know what I'm doing today. I think I'm going to play in the garden. But I don't know, and I don't care. Because what I do and what I want to do is anchored right here. And I know and I can trust that whatever I attract into my day today is going to be in absolute harmony with that. That's really empowering. It's really, really nice. It feels safe to not be reliant on external things, to not have to blame, to not have to worry. It feels so good to feel safe and to feel at peace and to feel this joy, to feel that I'm making progress not only within myself, but I know that anybody who I encounter is going to see me and go, what's going on with that guy? What's going on with that person? I don't know what it is. He's just like friendly. Boo. That's a funny thing. You know, another thing I was thinking about is I want to love so much despite how many people it scares. It's gonna freak some people out. And you know what? I'm gonna love myself more. Because nothing's going to shift and change and help other people unless they don't have something to witness. Does that make sense? I'm being bold, I'm being brave because I have to. It's not easy. Yes, I'm putting myself out there. So that's what I'm here to do. But the more that I love myself, the easier it is. The more that I love myself, the less I'm concerned about what you think. The more that I love myself, the more I can do what excites me. The more that I love myself, the happier I can be. The more that I love myself, the more free-flowing things are. The more abundant I am. There's no lack. There's only abundance, bro. Everything is moving in an abundance consciousness. If you are finding lack and belief systems that are anchoring you down, if you continue to focus on that, you can have fun with that. But this is the age of Aquarius. We're in this new paradigm. We're doing this all new stuff. We have permission to think, believe, act, feel, behave in a completely new way. And I'm a little rebellious because as a child and all these other things, I saw all these things in life that didn't make sense. They didn't feel right. They didn't feel authentic. They didn't feel congruent. They didn't feel accurate. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is all of this? These people are on crack. I don't know why. And I got angry. I got afraid. I got scared. I got lonely. So I realized I had to love myself more. I didn't want to be afraid. I didn't want to be alone. I didn't want to be fearful. So I loved myself more. I didn't want to have my happiness be completely owned by external circumstances. So I love myself more. I used to not be able to look in the mirror. Or when I did, thoughts of hate and cruelty and shame and punishment would arise. And now when I look at myself in the mirror, I go, what an interesting, fascinating creature. What a cool life I have. And it's because I chose to love myself more. I insisted, and I continue to insist, that my life is going to be lived. Yes, I've had some hard times. Yes, I've had some really fucked up times. But if I focus on the fact that I was a victim in the past, I'm not going to be able to love myself more. In fact, being a victim from the past has allowed me to love myself more. It's been some crazy training. I wanted to transcend that pain. I wanted to love that pain into full embracement, into full alignment. I want to love that old pain and going, you know what? The more that I practice loving pain, the less pain affects me in a negative way. I can grow from it. I can evolve from it. I can become more potent and strong from it. I can love myself in new ways. And as I learn to love myself in new ways, I become a higher frequency. I become that higher state of zap zap. You know, life isn't easy, but it will be if you choose to love yourself more. Bring your awareness in your heart. Just start there. Mind, you're cute. You're a sexy mind. You're really good at thinking. And mind, you're also really good at making shit seem way worse than it actually is. So now that we know the mind is really good at making things a little worse than it actually is, mind, let's try something new. Let's move down to our heart. Let's move down into our hearts. The mind is not changing the world the way that we need it to. The heart will. But if you don't have access to your heart, the world's not going to change. If you allow this to block your heart, the world is not going to change. Be a rebel. Be a juicy, lovely, sparkly fucking rebel. Rebel against society by being in your heart as much as possible. By loving everything as much as possible. Think, explore, feel, sense. How can you love things as much as possible? That's my goal today. I'm building my heart muscle. And I have a sexy heart muscle. This is Danny Picard. I'm a spiritual life coach. I'm a healer. I teach advanced forms of energy medicine. I'm also a hypnotherapist. I'm a transformational speaker. I speak at large events. I do lots of fun stuff. I help people feel better. And I give people tools on how to apply these things in their daily life. So, as far as coaching, as far as my website, go check it out. You can find me on YouTube, because I think you're watching this on YouTube right now. Danny Picard Inspires. Or theepichuman.com. I'm based out of Portland, Oregon. Have a lot of resources out there. I want to make this happen. So, but I know that it's already happening because I'm loving my heart. Okay. You want to help? Let's do this.